Cybersecurity is such a huge field, and you're probably really scattered. You don't know all of the possibilities that exist within the cybersecurity field. Well, in this video, I'm going to go over 3 main categories of cybersecurity professionals. The 3 main types are the red team, the blue team, and the purple team. And I'll be going over those 3 categories. I'll be going into depth based on what exactly they are, what personality traits are best suited for each one of those cybersecurity categories, what are some common cybersecurity job titles found in each one of these, and some daily security duties that each one of these teams performs on a daily basis. If you're new to my channel, this channel is all about changing your career into cybersecurity. Please like and comment, and do not subscribe unless you're actually interested in cybersecurity. Do not hit that subscribe button. The first main category is the red team. This is the team that people most identify with cybersecurity or IT security, information security, the wild, wild west when it comes to these words. The red team is the offensive. Their goal is to find the bugs by penetrating the systems. Now, these systems could be network systems, web application systems, computer systems, but they are trying to actively find bugs or find flaws, vulnerabilities, risks that they can exploit. So they are there to detect and find these vulnerabilities, and they have to have a hacker mindset. They are also known as ethical hackers, and a red team is usually independent of the company. And a lot of times red team is just there to satisfy something that compliance needs to be done. So if something does happen, like a breach, then they're not going to be sued for millions of dollars because they did their due care. And some personality trait behind having a red team is that they have to be curious. And that is a commonality among all people on red teams, as they're ultra curious and they like to figure out systems and find ways and loopholes around systems. They have to be able to think outside the box, have a good knowledge of systems, software development if they're going to do, say, web application hacking. They're going to need to know penetration testing for networks if that is their specialty. Also, social engineering is a type of the red team, as they're trying to figure out flaws with the human organization, which is the #1 flaw. Some of the red team's daily duties include extracting information without the blue team finding them out, exploiting bugs in the target's infrastructure. Bug bounties is a really common one. Initiating hostile activity, which, I mean, sounds like a ton of fun, but remember that you also have to have all of the paperwork in line. Creating attacks against the company without paperwork is just a terrible idea. They also do a lot of recon, finding open source intelligence things online by searching, say, social media or Facebook, social engineering or phishing attacks and deploying those. A lot of companies do that to see how well trained their employees are. Some common jobs for the red team is a penetration tester, bug bounty hunter, threat hunter, social engineers. This is usually combined with another role, but I'm sure there are companies with dedicated social engineers out there. So the red team is a ton of fun if you really like learning and you're curious. But if you aren't that type of person, maybe the blue team is for you. And the blue team tends to be thinking inside the box and the check marks, detail oriented, and people who play by the book. The red team isn't necessarily people who play by the book. If you're a little bit rebellious and the thought of being in compliant with systems kind of makes you cringe, then maybe the red team is for you. There is a job for you somewhere. So the blue team is defensive side. So they're the ones that are going to implement the controls. Some good skills blue teamers have are extremely detail oriented, knowledge of security, information event managers such as Splunk. I do have a video on cybersecurity analysts if you want to go look at that. Knowledge and detection of systems, different types of hardening techniques, cybersecurity analysis and threat profiles, compliance and governance and risk types of jobs, doing audits. And usually the blue team works inside the company, and a common one is the Security Operations Center, or SOC. You become a SOC analyst and monitor all of the traffic and the emails that could potentially be an attack. If you would rather just monitor and detect and take more of a passive role and not really an active role, the blue team method method, maybe review logs to find attack patterns, gathering new threat intelligence, performing traffic and data flow analysis, using things such as Wireshark, reviewing and analyzing different data from different sources, making sure systems are in compliance with the rules. The last one is going to be the purple team, and the purple team is relatively new. There's not so much jobs created for it, but it's there to unify the red team and the blue team to make sure that they're working together and help the security posture. Sometimes the blue team and the red team have communication issues, and that's where the purple team comes in to make sure that what the red team is finding, the blue team fixes. If you want to work on a purple team, there are no entry-level cybersecurity jobs to work on a purple team. This is definitely mid to expert level. I don't know when you're watching this, but in the future, there may be purple team jobs. It's a lot like DevOps. So you need to know both sides to work on the purple team. You need to know the offensive and the defensive side. And also, the purple team is not a permanent function. It's more so kind of like a red team, blue team project manager in a way, but not really. It's just there to help them work together better. The position kind of reminds me of a Scrum Master. The ultimate goal of the purple team is to derive maximum value from the exercise by applying and learning and ensuring stronger defenses. If the red team and the blue team work together well, then the purple team isn't really necessary. However, a lot of the times that's not really the case. That is my 3 types of cybersecurity categories. If you're interested, I have tons of other videos on cybersecurity, so please make sure to check those out. Thanks.